SPY still drifting down here. Daily chart, it's got a ways to go down to get to the 8 exponential moving average. Yesterday's low on the SPY, 659.34. 659.34. We're very close to yesterday's low right now on the SPY. And if we break the low, that's going to be, we're going to have created a bearish engulfing candle on the SPY. Sorry about the fact that the Teams is down. I don't know what's going on, but not getting any messages from it. It's working between you and others, Roger? Okay, that's good to know. So I apparently got a problem with mine. Again, I don't know what's going on with Teams. I may have to uninstall it and reinstall it. Not sure. I've restarted a couple times, but it's not doing anything for me. Roger says it's working for him fine. There's a pivot point down here that the Qs are coming down to. It's SPY still just drifting down. Very weak day here today in the market. Very weak. Can you hear me in the room now okay? Um, my audio is working okay? Let me know if you can hear me, please. Yeah, okay, thanks, Roger. Okay, yeah, audio's working. I don't know what's going on with my teams, tell you the truth. I have no clue. Rogers has been working it no problem. It was working beautifully up till about 10:30, and then just it stopped being well. I don't know if I can send. I don't think so. Roger, I'm going to try to send you a message, see if you get it. Not getting anything? Okay, yeah, it's not working. Ram Kumar GNRC. I think you're probably just putting in the symbol. Again, weak today, along with most of the other trades right now. BST very weak. BST bouncing off the 207.12. Again, market's pretty weak here. SPY still coming in. There's quite a bit of selling going on. The market's SPY's turning into a bearish engulfing candle. Yeah, Ram, come on, no problem. I figured that's what you were doing. I do that all the time. See, hey, Heaven, good morning out there. Good morning. Good morning, all the YouTube folks. Market very weak today. Very, very weak. Haven't really taken any trades. We did take profits in our Chewy strangle and straddle we had on from yesterday. Other than that, most of our positions are taking heat this morning. Qs are coming down, SPY coming down. The market's pretty weak. Again, we get the Fed tomorrow. Market's waiting for the Fed, and we're getting quite a bit of sell-off in the market right now. A couple of bright spots. Amazon bounced up nicely today. Apple's had a pretty nice day, though it's pulling back right now. Meta pulled up strong and then pulled right back. Tesla was strong early on. Still holding in pretty well today. Up about $7, about 1.8% on Tesla. Coin down this morning. Mara was a nice run. Ran right up to resistance. Right up to resistance and stopped. Right there at resistance and stopped. Riot still fairly strong. Again, coin's weak. These cryptos, coin's pretty weak here. Zybit also pretty flat. And Grayscale Bitcoin right here also pretty flat. But Mara's pretty strong today. Took off my Pfizer this morning as it bounced up. That was when I traded the other day as a overreaction to this. It pulled up. I had to take it off for an 8-cent loss on Pfizer. Okay, I think my Teams is back up again. Mara Strong, yeah, let me see. I'm getting some messages here now. Roger, you see that message from me now coming back? Okay, I think I'm back up again on Teams. I don't know what in the world happened, but I had to get out of it altogether, and I didn't have to reinstall it, but I did have to exit and clear out crap and come back in again. All right, thank you very much. Okay, so while I was away, the markets hasn't done anything. Again, this is low probability trading environment. Some of our positions are taking quite a bit of heat this morning. Again, it's very important when you get big pullback, when you get pullbacks in your positions like this, not to panic. You don't want to panic out of them. VST is a problem because it expires Friday, but it is bouncing right off of that support level right there. So that means I've got to give this thing some time. VSAT also, you see right down, it's pretty close to the 3204. I'm going to give it some time. GNRC also selling off pretty hard. So we got to give these positions time to see if they come back again. If you react to every 5-minute candles early in the day like this, you'll end up you'll be saving some money on stocks that continue on down, but you'll end up losing more money on the ones that bounce back up again. That you miss. So that's why it's important to remain patient and hold these positions until we determine. You can get rid of them anytime you want to, but I understand the emotions you go through when you get a lot of red going on in your account. Believe me, I know that. But again, I know over the years that I'm much better off letting the ones come back, taking them off when they finally break, and I don't have much more choice toward the end of the day. But other than that, a lot of them will bounce back, and the money that you make back on the ones that you stayed in will way more than offset the early exits on ones that ended up bouncing. All right, just kind of a little bit of a lesson on how, at least how I treat these trades. Is SPY bouncing back up right now. All right. Hey, Heaven. Hey, Vikram. Good morning. Good morning. How is it going today? Well, the market is weak. SPY's gapped up this morning slightly, and it's been pulling back ever since. Same thing with the Qs, but we've got a pretty weak day going on. Pretty much low probability trading environment right now. This is waiting for the Fed. Fed tomorrow at 2 o'clock. There's a lot of waiting going on for the Fed, and our positions right now are taking some heat today. We're just going to watch and see what happens. I haven't done anything except I did take profits in Chewy this morning. The Chewy strangle that we had on from yesterday, took profits in that. But everything else is I'm just holding until we have to make a decision. VST might have to get dropped today. That's where we are. Going through a little bit of a drawdown on some of our trades, and this happens. I mean, this is part of trading. We've had some really good, strong July and August were very, very, very strong. So, and September up until now has been very good. So we're getting a little bit of heat right now. But again, the key thing here is not to panic. Give the positions time to mature in case they come back again. See what the market does, and see if we're getting a little bounce in the market right now. So we'll see. You're welcome, Vikram. That's the market summary. It's just a market drifting down, basically low probability trading in here right now. Again, my Teams is back up again, fortunately. Sorry for the disruption. I don't know what caused it. So SPY with a little bounce, but really not much going on here. Again, this is low probability trading environment, very low probability trading environment here right now. Market drifting down. Pretty hard to take any longs at the moment. And shorts are probably okay, but I don't want to get overly involved in shorts for too long either. So again, I'd be looking for shorts for intraday trade if you can find some really good short setups. Tesla's still trading pretty well today. I mean, it's had its ups and downs, you can see, but it's trading pretty well. 417.64 is the support level on it, so it's above that right now. Amazon had a nice morning, pulling back just a bit now. All right, I'll be right back.
Outside? You want to go outside? Let's go out. Hey. Oh, it's here. Okay.
No, it's okay. He was nervous about carrying it.
I know.
On BOXL shipping, Boxsite shipping, Google ETLA interactive display, Clever Touch Quote series across North America. That's on BOXL.
You came back in? You in the bathroom? Okay.
some lunch before you go? Yeah, we talked about YouTube people.
Okay. Gather hours.
So, again, I had to step away for a minute, just get back. Again, I'm pretty much just watching the market here. It's very low probability trading environment. We've been pulling back pretty hard. Watching VST. It is trying to bounce back up again. We'll see what happens here on the rest of these positions. Again, this is the day before the Fed. It's a very the market's really just drifting around. It's pulled back pretty good, but I mean, barely red by just 0.16% right now. So just kind of watching the market, see if we get a bounce. This is a low probability trading environment. Not a good day to be trading. This is not a good day to be putting a lot of trades on. It's likely to be choppy all day as we wait for the Fed tomorrow. All right, see if we have any questions. Hey, Jackson. My thoughts on WULF. Wolf. Yeah, I've watched that stock. This is one we talked about this the other day. Here it is right here now. This is a really nice bull flag. See the big bull flag on it. Just moves sideways, gets extended from the 8, comes back, waits for the 8 to catch up with it, then it moves back up again. But see this line right here? That's a horizontal resistance level right there, 1081. It's got to clear that and stay above it. Notice it went above it here, above it here, above it here, above it here. It's gone above it 4 days in a row, but has not been able to close above it. If it closes above that level, then that's a decent long right there, because that'll be a breakout of this bull flag. But it's got to close above that 1081. Okay. Thanks, Roger. Yeah, I get your response. Teams is up and going again. It looks like. Fortunately, a little bit of technical issues with it this morning. A little bit of a pain in the neck when you're trying to trade and watch the market. But again, we'll see what's happening with this. Here's the SPY. So putting a little bit of move in the momentum, but that's pretty puny right there. Okay, let's see. Happening with YouTube. Didn't I buy some VSAT October calls as well? I did. I got VSAT right here. I got October calls, and I've got the calls that expire this week, which I'm going to have to do something with. But again, I'm probably going to wait through the Fed before I make any dramatic moves on VSAT. VST is the one I probably might have to get rid of, but yeah, I have a VSAT for October as well. Correct. I kind of stay away from the indexes for trading tip right now. Pretty, again, we get the VWAP and the pivot point up here, coming above the 15. There really just isn't any good ways to trade this right now.
I need the doctor's, referral. Now, my number is 843-737-2757. I would really appreciate a call or a text or something. Thank you very much. Bye.
Yeah, market just chopping around here. This is low probability trading environment. Okay, had my mic off, sorry. Ari, both Lily and NVO. Lily and NVO strong today. News in each of them. Thank you very much. Yeah, Lily up pretty beautifully. Lily up 2.5% or 2.25%, right through the 100-day moving average right there on Lily. That's a pretty nice pattern after this big pullback in Lily. NVO, yeah, bouncing up right against the 50-day moving average. I think my preference on here, if you're going to choose one of the two, is Lily, right here. All right, again, this is low probability trading environment today. The market's not doing anything. It's waiting from the Fed. A lot of selling in a stock. A couple of our positions, BST, again, pulled down pretty hard here this morning. What I said was, again, don't panic on these trades. We'll see what happens. It is bouncing back up above the VWAP right now. Again, I need to see it get above 212.88, 212.88, and see where it does if it gets there. About 12.17 here. SPY not doing too much. Very sideways action. Again, this is waiting for the Fed. Vikram, are there any video series I can recommend to master options? You know, there's so much stuff on the web about videos. I would go to CBOE. the CBOE has quite a few different videos out there on of learning about options. There's an awful lot to learn about them. You know, they're basically derivatives of the stocks, and they're a leverage trade. You can, if you know how to use them, you can do very well trading options, but it does take a little bit of time to understand them. But I would go to CBOE and try from there. Do I think UNH is a good long right now? Vikram, UNH, which we had some really good success with UNH. Pulling back pretty hard right now today. I'll tell you what, and I had some questions on this the other day because we took profits in it. I had to put credit spread in it as well, which I took profits in yesterday. This is the gap on UNH, which goes right back here. Now, Warren Buffett bought a bunch of shares here. You notice this big pullback here, and then it mounts back up here. This is a big void, big gap. And we took it long in the gap, and we took profits on it up here. Right now, it's just drifting down right to the 8, which white line is 8. I wouldn't take it long right now. I would wait to see if you get a bounce off the 8. If you get a bounce off the 8, then you've got a decent chance for it to move up here and fill this gap as well. But you got to be careful because this is pretty weak here right now, and there's some profit taking going on. So I would bide my time on UNH right now. About 12:20. Again, market low probability trading environment. We're just moving sideways. Not really anxious to add anything here right now. All right, so the PFE is whoops, just did something here. So I don't know what that is. Moderna has done well, yeah, about 80%. Yeah, that was a good one. I guess I should have taken Moderna instead of Pfizer. Yeah, Moderna's up pretty nicely today, 5%. It's right through the 8-day. Pfizer ran right into the 100-day moving average this morning, so that's why I peeled it off. A little bit of momentum movement in the SPY now, but again, we're coming right up against the 15 right here. We get the VWAP up here. We get a pivot point up here. A lot of resistance wedged in here right now. Again, it's a low probability trading environment. We call it LPTE. Not a good day to be trying to take a bunch of trades. This PGY, this is one I've been watching on my daily chart on TC2000 for a good long time here. I'll show you the daily chart on PGY. And you can see it here, kind of moved up. It's kind of drifting up here. This right here is a gap. This, believe it, this is a gap right here. This is a giant gap. That's 41.51 up to $83. This is a huge gap in this PGY, and I've been watching it for a while. It had earnings here, it kind of pulled back again, but it's up in that gap, and I'm interested in it because of that. But again, I'm not. This is a pretty big drop in this stock, so I have to kind of tread carefully here. My support right now is on the 8, the 15, and the entries to the gap fill right there, PGY. I just happened to notice it came up on the scanner as relatively strong here, but it's just stacked these candles. But I'm just kind of watching it. I don't even know what the options look like on it, but I have been watching that stock. SPY just moving sideways.
almost didn't answer. It said potential, yeah, potential spam. Yeah, but I know it's not.
Crisp, strong today. Ramkama, yeah, CRSP,
Oh,
CRISPR, yeah, very strong.
just don't take it personally.
I'm chopping around for a while, but it is moving up here pretty nicely. But again, got some resistance here. Quite a few resistance levels up here, just a little bit higher. But it is moving up pretty nicely today. Again, I'm not interested in diving into any longs right now, besides what I've got, until I see what the Fed does. And if this is a low probability trading environment today, much better off, I think, unless you're just taking a day trade, much better off to just wait until tomorrow afternoon on anything. The only thing I might take is I'm going to look for some strangles or straddles to try to hold through the Fed, just because a lot of times if we get any kind of a real move in the market, I'm not necessarily think we're going to, but in case you get a big move in the market, straddles and strangles would work pretty well.
Hold on 1 second, please. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Okay. You heading out?
Yes.
Yep. You going for your infusion? Okay.
Yeah, and then also, shoulder to,
Again, this is a low probability trading environment. Not a good day to be putting on a lot of trades, if any, for that matter. And Vikram, are there situations when I average down on options? Yeah, there are, but they're very specific. If I'm going to get into an option, like I did take a new VSAT. I had one already. It's not really working that well so far, but I like this chart. So what I did was I bought some more, but I went out in another month, out into October. But there are cases where I will add to a position if it's still bullish and it pulls back and then bounces off a support level and starts heading back up again, which I did with UNH when we were in it. I actually did it a couple of times with UNH. So it was still long. It went against me. It pulled back, but it held support, and then it confirmed that support was going to hold, and it went back up into the trend. So I was able to add some more at a lower price. So that was, I was averaging down, but I wasn't doing just to average down. I was doing it because I still like the stock. Just to buy something at a cheaper price, just to reduce your cost for the trade, is a big mistake. You only should do it on a stock that is pulling back and then bounces back up into the original trend. Now, there's a better case to be made for adding when you're in profits on it, and it's still moving up, and it looks like it's going to keep on going to increase the size of your position. But averaging down only when the stock pulls back to close to support, bounces off of it, and confirms that it's going back into the original trend. That's the only time. For me, that's the only time. I want to thank everybody on YouTube for being out here today. I'm going to have lunch in a bit, and we'll shut this down in just a few minutes. But I appreciate you out there. Again, if you're interested in the room or the SPY Super System software right here, which is an outstanding piece of software to let us know if institutions are in the trades or not, you can see that it's just bouncing back and forth, telling us that there's no concerted movement being pushed by the institutions right now. You can buy the software. You can get subscription to my room and the alert service. And again, the room I'm in it all day long, just like you're hearing today, from market open to market close, with a little bit of a break for lunch. That's about it. So again, rightlinetrading.com is the website, rightlinetrading.com, or you can call Rory at 786-732-4656 and talk to him about becoming a member, getting in the alert service on my room, or buying the software, which goes on Thinkorswim. You don't need to run it on Thinkorswim. I run it on Tradier. You can get the Thinkorswim platform downloaded for free, and the software will go right on there, and Rightline will put it on there for you, and you'll keep it, and you'll get any kind of updates that go to it as well. All right. Thanks very much, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and shut down YouTube so I can get some lunch, And again, we'll see everybody tomorrow. I'll be in here again tomorrow, 11:30 on YouTube. Again, Fed tomorrow, Fed at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Very important. This likely a 25 basis point cut coming. Be very interesting to see how the market reacts to the cut if it comes at 25 basis points. It's very likely to. There's an outside possibility it will be 50 basis points, but very small. All right, thanks very much, YouTube. Appreciate it, everybody. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a great afternoon.